Testing, testing.
Janey smells really bad.
I'm really good at this, I promise.
And you have a gardening channel?
Yes, I do, because I'm really good at the garden. Not so much at filming.
Got it.
Hi, everyone. Janey here, along with my bestie, Robbie from Visit Our Garden. So I came here to visit him at his garden today, and I twisted his arm and made him...
It was really hard. She really had to twist it.
I made him say okay to me filming a garden tour, so thank you.
Yeah.
So Robbie and I were talking.
Did you just call me Jason?
Robbie and I were talking about how fun it is to have someone else film your garden, because all of a sudden they start looking at things that you kind of walk right by and don't pay attention to. And that's what happens when we
And for people to see it from a different perspective. It's basically what it is.
Yeah. Like you just filmed that video at my house last week, and I was watching it and I was like, dang, my garden looks really good. Just because the things that you were looking at were things that I don't usually look at.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what why I wanted to film this garden tour. I know you all have seen Robbie's garden, but I want you to see it from my eyes, because whenever I come here, it's like my blood pressure decreases. Like, right?
I love that.
It really does. Like there's something
Brent's
magic.
goes up.
Well, that's because you make him work all the time. but there's something about your garden. I just love it. And ever since the first day I came here, I felt that way about your garden. I just love it. So
Thanks.
yeah.
Okay, let's do a garden tour.
I'm so nice to you.
You are.
Hi, Robbie.
Hi, Janey.
Your garden's beautiful.
Thank you.
So I am standing at his back door right now. I'm standing on the porch. I just want you...
Beautiful porch.
What?
That's a beautiful porch.
It is a beautiful porch. I love it. It's so cute. So I wanted to show you all, because as soon as you come out here, you are met with this hummingbird feeder, and they've gone away right now. But if you stand here and if I was to stop talking, there's like 7 hummingbirds that will come, and it gives this garden kind of like this ambiance. This, there's life in this garden.
Yeah. Right when you walk out the door.
What?
Right when you walk out the door.
Right when you walk out the door. I love it. And then we have the aviary over here, which brings even more life. Yeah. I mean, it's just, these are the things that I notice when I come here that I know you don't notice the hummingbirds as much as I do.
No.
Because it's just so, like, here, I'm trying to be quiet. See? All the time. Look at them. They're just, they're fighting. Oh, they're mad at each other. Your creeping fig looks so good.
Thank you.
Are you going to grow that all the way up and over the house?
Yeah, we want to get new siding anyway, so I'm going to let it do whatever it wants to do for the next year or two.
I love it. So I know we talk about this every time we get together, but I'm really tempted to putting ivy.
Me too.
I just love it.
It's so gorgeous.
It's such a gorgeous, gorgeous look. I just can't get over it. And I know one day I'm just going to give up and be like, that's it. I'm growing ivy all over my house.
You could grow it over the shed.
The metal
over the workshop.
Do you think it'll stick to that metal?
Yeah.
You think it will?
Yeah.
All right, done.
Because then it doesn't matter. It's the metal.
Yeah, I don't care.
And it already has some holes in it.
Yeah.
What are a couple mice in the workshop?
They're already there. So. I mean, literally.
They're already there.
And it's not mice, it's rats.
Oh, even better.
All right, so let's talk about your beautiful seating area, because this is different since last time I came.
Yeah, well, we used to have a table here.
Yeah.
And it took up the entire space,
Yes.
and we never used it.
You never used it, and I like this so much better.
It's so much better.
And these couches are extremely comfortable.
And they're from Walmart.
And they're from Walmart.
And it was like less than $1,000 for 2 chairs, a table, and the couch.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
I love it. And then you have the fan up
We have
there.
a fan. This is always on.
Yeah.
Keeps the flies away.
Yeah, and your lights are always on, at least whenever I come over.
Yeah, and we have a TV up here. Mm-hmm. So we spend a lot of time right here.
Doesn't Brent work out here?
Yeah, he'll usually grab the computer and he works right out here.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's so cute. And I love that these are from Walmart, and I need to start looking, because I don't have
I didn't think anything about Walmart. I was like, I don't know. And I actually we have a bistro set over here.
Oh, you do?
And this I ordered from Walmart also.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that color.
Right?
That's really pretty.
And it's already been out the entire spring when we were super wet. And it's held up totally fine. And I think this was like $70 or something like that.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Deal.
Walmart's it.
We should start doing budget gardening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of out of money these days.
I'm 100% out of money.
I spent it all on plants.
100%.
And we're going plant shopping later.
We have a gift card.
We do have a gift card.
That's why we're going.
You know I'm spending more than that gift
I know,
card,
me too.
All right, let's talk about your beautiful fence.
Thank you. I did this all by myself.
Yeah. Whose idea was this?
Mine.
Oh my goodness.
It's an original Robbie installation. Installed this in, it must have been like April, I think, or something like that.
Something like I want
a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
Janey came up.
Yeah.
And she installed this with me.
And I showed him how to do it, by the way.
She did.
So the honeysuckle is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, and we actually got some blooms. It's almost done blooming.
Yeah.
So we got some blooms. I didn't think we were going to because I cut on this thing so hard and they bloom on new wood, new growth. So I was shocked, and it's really magical.
Yeah. I've been going back and forth, and because this is Hall's japonica honeysuckle, which it is not invasive here. Let me just say that, but it is invasive on the East Coast. I know that there's even some states that won't even sell this. Yeah. And so I was trying not to plant it because I just wanted to
be responsible for everyone else also.
Because everybody, people watch our channel from all over. Yeah. But I just love it. I have it. I know. I mean, I even love the foliage, you know? And I love the stems, the new growth. Like, let me show it. The new growth is just so beautiful, and I love using this in flower arrangements and everything. And this is 1 year's growth. You get huge impact. I know. The only problem with this is when I had my espalier honeysuckle is the old wood sometimes gets woody. Yeah. And so there's times when you have to like cut it way back, and then it's kind of blank for a while, but it grows back.
But it grows so fast that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. The fence looks amazing.
Yeah. Like the black fence. We did same color. Slate.
Yeah. They're slate.
Yeah.
Okay. We have your raven fountain. Well, it's not even a fountain. You just
a bird bath. Yeah. And then we put the raven in there.
I like it. That's so you.
Yeah.
What are these?
Sedums.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah. They're really pretty. I can't wait for them to just like bloom.
They're beautiful.
I'm really excited about it.
I really like that color.
That's a really fun one. And then our hydrangea, this is the Glacier Bay, and I just love it because it has these black stems.
So
I cut it back really hard at the end of the year because only the new growth is black. The old growth is that like traditional woody color down there. So they get cut back pretty hard. But this one's in a little too much sun, and it gets the hot afternoon sun. It gets like an alleyway of it. So our blooms do kind of burn on it.
Is there something that you can plant to like protect it somehow?
It's hard because we have right here our like basement or our root cellar, and the door opens. And it opens this way. So I couldn't plant something tall enough. So I don't know. It might need to just like this winter get cut back and moved.
Yeah.
We'll see.
How long has it been there for?
2 years.
You might want to leave it for another year or two because as the root system develops, it's going to scorch less.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because it's going to be able to take
I love it here
water.
anyways, so.
Just leave it. I would say just leave it. Let it scorch for the next 2 years and see if it establish itself. I bet it will.
Yeah.
Might as well try.
I mean, if anything, I'll just throw an umbrella up over it.
On the really hot days.
Yeah. It's hard.
Should we talk about your pot over here? Do you show this in garden tours?
And this way,
do you show
over
this in
here,
garden tours?
I've got some really...
Oh, it even has a label.
Janie, over this way.
R.I.P. Meyer Lemon.
I thought you were showing the things that people don't get to see that are pretty.
I was showing
this
the
is
things
a lavender
that
over here.
Show. Very pretty lavender.
Thank you.
This is very pretty.
That's the like third flush this year.
Oh, gorgeous. Do you cut it back?
Yeah, very, very hard, and then we dry it.
Tell me about this tree.
This right here is a alder tree. It's a white alder, and this is more like a nostalgic tree for me. My grandparents had 3 of them growing up. They had like the center island, and you can see like these branches do kind of hang low.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, they had 3 of them, and it kind of like enclosed you. And it was like a little fort area,
so
but I loved it, and it produces these little tiny things called alder cones. And so it blooms, and then it produces the tiniest cones.
Cute.
And they're so sweet to use in like flower arrangements.
I was going to say, do you use that in flower arrangements?
I do, yeah. And this tree I bought bare root 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And so it's a very fast grower. I think it gets like 40 feet wide. I've got it like spaced out, so it should like almost hit the house, but not quite at full maturity.
Let me show this.
But it's a really pretty tree. I really love it.
Look at this. Look at this, you guys. Look how beautiful this is.
Yeah, it's
even
a really,
your
really
neighbor,
great tree.
Is that what is that in your neighbor's house? That yellow one that's arching.
I don't know, but it gets powdery mildew really bad.
Oh, well, it's really pretty. Is it like a privet? No. I don't know what that is.
I really have no clue who she is.
If anyone knows what that is,
the flowers are insane.
let us know.
But it does get powdery mildew.
It looks like privet to me. What do I know? But those look like privet flowers.
It's blooming about the time of privet.
Right?
But if that's privet, it's a different kind.
It's a different kind of privet.
Yeah, it's not like the tree kind.
Yeah. Tell me about planting bare root trees, because that's not the only tree you've planted bare root.
No, we have multiple trees that are bare root.
So where do you get bare root trees?
We buy them from, it's the Rock Garden.
Oh, that
which
place.
Is where we went.
Yeah,
they
we went there
always
before.
carry a ton of varieties. Most places will carry bare root fruit trees.
Yeah.
And that's like the most common.
Yeah.
But very few places will actually carry bare root like ornamental trees.
Like trees.
And they're so cheap. I mean, like I think I bought this tree for like $23 or something like that.
Oh my god.
And because it's bare root, the root system on it is already so much wider.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're buying the ones that are in containers, they came bare root. They might have had to pot them up, so they had to do a root prune on them, sets them back a little bit. So I try to buy bare root on a lot of trees because it's super cheap and they just take off so fast.
Yeah, because we'll show you guys in a second, your birch trees are gorgeous.
Well, you buy them and they're dormant, and then they wake up in their home. So they wake up in the correct soil instead of being in the potting soil and then having to like spread out into the native soil.
Yeah.
They just wake up directly in your native soil.
Yeah.
And so they take off instantly.
Robbie, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So
really
what's the best time to plant bare root ornamentals? In the fall or?
If you can find them in the fall, it's fine. But spring is a really great time.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so good tip, Robbie. See, do you ever talk about doing bare roots?
I don't ever talk about that.
See?
Thank God you're here.
See? Goodness.
And then the aviary. This is my pride and joy.
It's just stunning.
This used to be our chicken coop when we first moved here. We realized it was way too small to be a chicken coop.
Yeah.
And then I was going to turn it into, that was exactly it. I was going to turn it into a greenhouse. And then we were just going to put plexiglass on it. And then Brent was like, well, what if we got like little finch? And I was like, fine.
This was Brent's idea?
This was Brent's idea.
Brent, I'm so proud of you.
But it had a flat metal roof on it.
Oh.
And then I was like, if we're going to do that, I want like a stunning roof on it.
Yeah.
Which this is just fence boards.
Wow.
And so we just like kind of like tried to make them ornamental a little bit. And then we added the finial up at the very top.
So you and Brent made this basically.
Yeah, we built it.
When you come into my house?
Never. I hate doing yard work for other people.
Oh, but I'm your best friend. Come on.
And this way.
What is this beautiful rose? I'm sure you talked about it.
Okay, I actually I didn't know what it was. I pulled it out of a trash can.
What?
Yeah, and so it didn't have the name. It was in a can. It's like True Inspiration is what it's called.
How do you know?
Because I remembered what the can looked like
that
I pulled it out of. And somebody was like, hey, I am like 99% sure that rose is this.
Oh.
And I looked it up and it was the same can. Yeah. And that's exactly what the rose is.
It's beautiful.
It's so pretty.
It's like my favorite color, pink.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's very vibrant.
It's pink, not pink.
It's pink.
It's pink.
It's bright pink.
And then these beautiful pink things.
Yeah. These have been fun. These are Super Cal Pachoas.
So these are the Calibrachoa and Petunia mix.
Yeah.
So really pretty.
I mean, I've really enjoyed them. I kind of thought they would fill in a little bit more. And so I've gone in with some like black ones that I just picked up.
Yeah.
I went to High Hand and I picked up some black petunias.
Yeah, beautiful.
So I thought the black and the pink would kind of like
pretty.
Fill out.
So we'll just watch it as the season goes on. But they're very pretty. I mean, they're not going to get as big as Super Petunias.
No,
right?
Not at all.
Because they're a Calibrachoa mix. Yeah. But they're very pretty.
Yeah.
And then you have your apple espalier that's looking gorgeous.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That one's like 3 years old.
That's just so beautiful. I remember the last time I was here, it was looking rough.
It was tiny. Well, I had just transplanted it because it was actually like down here and it was like not in a good spot. So I moved it and then we did spacing to get them all correct.
The first time I came, my first garden tour, when we first met, and I contacted you and I was like, can I come do a garden tour at your house? And I remember you being so mad at Brent because he was supposed to tie it. He was supposed to tie it up and he didn't get to it.
He didn't get to it. That was like the one thing I told him to do.
Well, you told him to do that and he didn't get to it. I was like, it's fine, Robbie. It's okay.
But it wasn't. And now it looks so good.
It looks
so I've got the 3 on here. And I'm going to do a 4th one up at the very top. So I've got some branching up here. This is just some pokeweed that we're surrounded. Some pokeweed.
Pokeweed?
It's like super invasive and like super poisonous.
Oh
And we're surrounded by it. It's over on the other side of the property also.
No. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Do your neighbors know?
No.
No. Okay.
No. It doesn't matter.
So I have this weird fear about pruning fruit trees. I like can't do it. And here you are espaliering a fruit tree, which is just amazing, right?
And they just got cut back not too long ago.
I mean, it's just so cool.
I mean, these aren't 100% being grown for food.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they will produce.
Yeah.
But apples take 3 years. So I'm going to try to get them like as perfect as I can get them.
So you want them to look really good.
I want them to look good and then produce.
Yeah.
There's no way we're on less than a quarter of an acre that I could have 4 apple trees full size. So I have to keep them in check.
Yeah. It's going to be so pretty.
It's a lot for like the beauty, but also for like a little bit of production.
Have I taken you to Farmstead in Napa before?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I need to take you to that restaurant because they have, where they're outdoor seating, their fences are espaliered apples.
That's pretty.
And it's like this patio that has espaliered apples all over.
That's so cool.
It's beautiful.
I want to do what's called a step-over apple. Have you heard of that?
Yes. Doesn't Monty Don have one?
Does he have some?
He does. I think he has a step-over pear or something like that.
And it's basically grown something that you can step over.
Yeah, it's like a fence of
and it's like
fruit.
Super low to the ground.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do.
I'm pretty sure Monty Don has one.
Does he? They're really, really cool. He is the best.
What is this rose?
This is silver lining. No. This is not. This is Queen of Sweden. I'm sorry. This is Queen of Sweden.
Like, no, it's not. That's like when you called
Stop. We're not talking about Pennisetum, Penstemon.
You called...
Whatever, I still mix them up.
Yeah, you called Pennisetum, Penstemon, and you were like, my Penstemon gets like 8 feet tall.
I still do it to this day. I don't say their names because I mess it up every single time. I still do it.
All right. Queen of Sweden.
Queen of Sweden.
She's beautiful.
She is so pretty. And this is about as tall as she'll get.
Oh.
And then you cut her back pretty hard in the early spring, fall time.
Yeah.
And all of her blooms just face up. And she's like considered low thorns. So she's really good for walkways.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can see like from right here, like there's like no thorns on her.
Yeah. She's very petite.
She's very petite.
Yeah.
So she's used for walkways because her blooms face up, so you're able to walk by her, and her blooms face you.
Aw, that's so pretty.
Yeah.
And then we have these beautiful sunflowers.
This is my small branching sunflower field.
Did you do that from seed?
Yeah, that's all from seed. And I don't direct sow anything because I'm so bad with direct sowing.
Thank you. I mean, I think I'm over it. Like
I don't do it.
I think I'm just going to give up from now on because I did my whole flower field direct sowed.
Yeah.
And I was just so stressed out going out there all the time, checking these, like...
Ours is like slugs take them or birds take them.
Birds.
And so I do everything in my like seed starting containers because I'm like, I don't care how late in the season it is or whatever. I know sunflowers are so easy to direct sow, but I have terrible luck with it. So I don't do it.
Thank you for giving me an excuse to not direct sow.
You don't need to direct sow anything. I don't.
I even just did direct sowing zinnias in the backyard and I'm looking at it and I'm going, okay, only half of these have come up. I'm so annoyed.
I won't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't do it.
Thank you.
Yep.
See, this is why. This is why we like each other. We give each other permission to...
This beauty right here.
Favorite.
I have 3
I gotta get one.
I got 3 of these on the property. And for me to give like space to 3 spaces to one plant is huge.
Yeah.
This is a pittosporum. This one's called Kahoo-hoo.
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 I love it.
I think that I either picked this up at the plant barn or from Little Prince.
Oh.
I think that they might have sent me this one a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I love it. It's got black stems. It's an evergreen, and it's like a very, it's like cool green.
Yeah.
It's not blue, but it's like cool.
It's a different color green than you see a lot.
Yeah.
I hope it's coming across on camera.
Yeah.
But it definitely is absolutely different. It's really, really pretty.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I think they get like 8 feet tall or something like that.
I love how obsessed you are with black stems.
I love it.
It's so funny.
It's just it's unexpected.
Your eye, it's like you always, even when we're at garden centers, you see something with a black stem, you're like, gee, you look a black stem.
I like black plants as it is.
They're beautiful. It's really pretty. Really pretty. Yeah. All right, coming back this way. Your
under the willow tree.
Weeping willow. I haven't propped my leader up yet.
Well, so see, we had branching that was happening here. And we slowly started putting the branching up.
Yeah. Yeah, this weeping willow is very tall and narrow.
Yeah.
definitely. It's beautiful.
And we did a lot of training on it to get it to do that.
It's gorgeous, which you have to do because you don't have a lot of space in this
We don't have a lot of space.
Oh, I just love it.
And then this back here is kind of my like hidden garden that I actually don't show very often on camera. A lot of people were like, I didn't even know you had this on the property back here.
So birch trees.
These birch trees were bare root.
Look at how tall these are.
And they were just, I think 2 or 3 years. I bought them at the same time that I bought the alder trees. And I had bought a couple birch trees in containers. I think a year later than I bought these. And those ones stayed so much smaller, and then they died. And, well, 2 of them died, and then I had the other 2 pulled out because they just weren't looking good. So bare root, they just woke up in their spot. They were happy. They've spread. They get tons of water, and they're just very happy, which birch, I think that these are river birch, and I don't think that they're supposed to be our growing zone.
Yeah, they're not.
So
the only thing you have to watch for these are borers.
Yeah.
Because remember I had that river birch in my last house, and it got borers in it, and when they came, a limb fell on my house.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, we got to take it out.
Yeah.
And when they cut it, the whole thing was hollow and filled with water. Yeah, it was. So you just
that's
watch
crazy.
For borers. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll keep an eye on that, but
they're beautiful.
It does get a ton of water.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it to be very full. I've seen some locally that don't get enough water, and there's very few like foliar growth on it.
The same.
They don't look the same.
Yeah,
so we got that, and then I have a hydrangea underneath.
Which is probably very happy.
It's very happy. Lots of water, lots of shade.
What's that plant back there?
That is a snowball viburnum, which also we can't grow in our zone, and I can grow it in full shade.
I can't believe you have a snowball. That's one of my wish list plants.
And it's huge.
Wow. I mean, does it bloom?
I got so many blooms this year. I probably got like 150 blooms off of it. You see how shaded it is?
Yes.
Full shade.
Okay, it's going to go back by my chicken coop.
That would be perfect.
Right?
Like full shade. I had one that we planted in like not dappled sun. It was like dappled afternoon sun. So it was like the hot afternoon sun, and it cooked and it fried and it died. Okay. And I was like, you know what? Let's try planting it deep shade.
Yeah.
Lots of water, and it's so happy.
Oh my, I can't believe you got blooms off of it.
Like 100. It was so pretty.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
You always want plants that you can't have, and snowball viburnum is one of those plants that
we cannot have.
Yeah, that we're not supposed
but we can.
to have. I love that, Robbie. See, you don't show these things.
I know.
Look at how beautiful that is. Who's that?
Claire Austin.
Claire Austin.
She's a climbing rose.
She's so pretty.
The plan is to train her up the shed on this side.
She's kind of a slow grower, because last time I was here, she wasn't much taller than that.
Yeah, she's not the fastest.
Yeah. She's kind of lazy.
But she produces a ton of blooms.
Oh.
But she doesn't grow very fast.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's tons of like hips on this thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Very pretty. And then here's your veggie garden.
Yep. My artichokes are alive.
Shut up. That was the meanest thing you've ever said to me.
The meanest thing? They are infested with aphids, though. Oh. So, you know.
I have a gopher, and it ate, I think I had like 10 cardoons. And
I was just down there, and there was like one that was kind of alive.
There was like nothing left.
You need to hang the ones that you do have that bloomed upside down and dry them.
I know. I'm just so frustrated. I just walk by that garden bed all the time.
You need to just pull them out, and you need to hang the one that you do have.
I'm a very emotional gardener.
You're a very emotional gardener. I'm like, rip them out!
When something happens, I'm like, oh, I can't even look at it. What is this?
I'm growing pickles.
Oh, are you going to make pickles?
Yeah, it's a pickling cucumber, so they won't get much bigger than that.
By the way, I love the socks with the Birkenstocks. You're super cool. You're super cool. Don't ever make fun of me for my Birkenstocks ever again.
I'm super cool, okay? Anyways, Janey.
Okay, very pretty.
This is my vegetable garden.
What is this over here?
These are beans. I haven't eaten a single bean off of them. Mm-hmm. They get tossed to the chickens.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
So, I mean, like, I like them. Brent hates green beans.
Really?
I made him eat them one time, and he started gagging.
Oh, my God.
So, I was like, okay.
Drama queen.
That's what I said.
It's green beans. They're not that bad.
He hates them.
Oh, my gosh. That's so funny. That is too funny.
Vegetable garden, not super
I have
exciting.
to say, I like these. You like the idea of them.
Them, yeah.
Yeah.
So
the reason why I'm saying this is Robbie built these, and he said
biggest garden fail.
Biggest
to date.
garden fail, not to date.
To date, we don't have too many garden fails here.
You would say this is a garden fail, the biggest one to date. I mean, they're not that bad, Robbie.
They're a little crooked.
They're a teeny bit.
They didn't turn out the way I wanted. We built 3 of them, and 1 turned out correct.
This one.
No.
The one behind you.
The one behind me. So this one I placed over here, and then it was too tall, and it didn't reach here. Yeah. So then we just built this one in place.
Why are they crooked? Is it the wood is crooked?
I don't know. We built it. We measured everything.
I think the wood is crooked.
I don't know what it is.
Is this cheap wood? What kind of wood is it?
It's pretty cheap wood.
So that's.
I mean, it was still like $100 to build 3 of them.
Just buy it.
I know.
So annoying.
Well, I was gonna buy nice ones also.
Yeah.
But they were plastic.
Oh.
And they were $100 a piece.
Oh.
Metal. I mean, tomato cages have become so expensive. It's ridiculous.
I know. It's insane. So what's going here? Because this used to be your compost.
Yeah. This is all going to turn into a flower bed.
A flower bed.
So at one point we'll finish building the fence. So we have one small section left.
Well, you have to come do my fence next.
God,
so.
it's such a pain.
So
and
I'm hiring someone.
So expensive.
I'm literally hiring someone.
It is so expensive.
Do you see how big my property is?
I know.
But my fence is literally falling over.
It is.
It's literally falling
And you have like different, they're all different. Like every like 8 feet on your fence is different.
I know. That's
it's
probably because
really weird.
Nobody's been able to afford
a new fence.
A new fence.
We're spending like $350 for 8 feet. And that's our cost.
Oh. And you're doing it yourself.
And we're doing it ourselves.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, you're going to pay someone to do it. It sucks either way.
I'll win the lottery one day.
And then you can finish my fence. Anyways, once we finish that, this is all going to be flower bed right here. And it's going to be a soft curve. We're redoing the entire thing. I actually haven't like said on our channel what the plan is.
Oh, you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
All right.
The plan is to do meandering pathways. And so this will be a pathway right here. And this entire section over here is going to be a flagstone patio.
Beautiful.
And there's going to be a giant berm over on that side.
Beautiful.
And it'll be like a hidden little patio. So you'll have the willow tree. There'll be a berm of plants. So when you're on the back patio, you can't see all the way back here.
Oh, that's so fun.
So it'll be very private. Have maybe a small fire pit back here.
Yeah. Flagstone.
Plants all around you, and then you can meander all the way around the property. It'll be grass walkways. We're going to take out all the concrete.
So you're doing all grass walkways?
We're going to do all grass walkways.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be really pretty. So we got to dig up because we have to do the irrigation and all of that. So it'll be a really big project.
So you should just start putting all your extra soil where the berm's going to go right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like anything extra
Our plan is this fall to like focus on that. That is the fall plan, is to like focus on getting the berm built. And then we know there's irrigation that runs right here because it tees to the left and it tees to the right.
Okay.
And so then we'll put something in here to be able to get water to like it's a backwards C flower bed is what we're going to do basically.
You could do a fire pit or you could do like a fountain would be really pretty to sit around.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
Either one would be really pretty.
Either one would be gorgeous.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that you're doing kind of like a little room right here.
Yeah. After I had gone and toured like some of Leslie's gardens, and I've been thinking like, you walk back into my garden and you see everything all at once.
Same with mine.
So we have to create rooms.
The same thing when I was watching Leslie's video was like, oh shoot, I need more garden rooms.
Yeah, rooms. And her garden is tiny.
Yeah.
And she has 5 rooms.
She's so good.
She's so good.
So we're talking about the garden tour that Robbie did on his channel with Leslie
Bennett. Yeah.
And she's a garden designer or a landscape
designer in the Bay Area. Yeah. She wrote a book called Garden Wonderland,
which is beautiful.
It's an amazing book.
Yeah.
But she has a garden that is like, I don't know, it's tiny. It's super tiny. It's smaller than like a suburban garden.
Yeah.
And she's made something of it. Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
Well, you got hydrangeas.
Yeah, this is Little Lime.
Little Lime had a little growth over here.
Little Lime did something weird right over here.
Little Lime wants to be a swan topiary.
Yeah, I'm actually waiting for this to be like done blooming, and then I'm going to cut it deep, and I want to turn this into a standard.
You do.
So I want to propagate this into a standard.
Oh, propagate it. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll cut it and cut back all of this, cut the blooms off, leave small foliar growth, and then turn it into a standard.
Fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a good one.
Your tree.
See, that's what I walk back. I walk past.
Oh my gosh, did you see that butterfly? Is that a black swallowtail?
Yeah.
Oh, you have black swallowtails?
We have so many butterflies here.
Oh my gosh.
We have so many.
That was amazing. As soon as I did this, the butterfly flew by.
Yeah.
This is a
Vitex.
Vitex, that's
which you need on your property.
I know.
Because now you have room for one.
Maybe I'll get one today at the plant barn.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
The
I've never
bees love
actually
it.
seen it blooming.
It blooms until October.
Wow.
So it blooms nonstop. I mean, you can see, so like these are almost faded, but there's a new flush of blooms that's coming right here too.
Oh, yeah.
So it just blooms and blooms and blooms. And like the leaf on it looks like Japanese maples a little bit.
Yeah.
Some people say maybe something else.
I was gonna say.
But
looks like
I say Japanese maple.
Where do you live, Robbie?
It's California.
Robbie lives in the Northern California, the part where that is grown often.
But I mean, it's really pretty and it smells really, really good.
I've never seen it blooming. It's really pretty.
It's really pretty. Yeah.
All right, and then what's this big bush behind?
This is Japanese anemone.
Oh, in sun.
It gets protection from the hot afternoon sun.
Oh, okay.
So it is in sun until probably about like 1 o'clock.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's really pretty. And the blooms on it, this is Pamina, I think. Blooms will get about this tall.
Wow.
It's massive, but it doesn't start blooming until like October.
Oh, yeah.
So
you
it's
need
so
plants
late.
like that.
I actually really like this one to use in flower arrangements. So like you can see how tall they are.
Yeah.
So I reach down.
Oh, I love that.
And I use these in flower arrangements all the time. So I really love it.
Hold on, I'm going to zoom in on your butterfly bush because there's a butterfly.
That is the Pugster's blue.
That's beautiful. And that's a swallowtail butterfly. You are right. You have a ton.
Yeah, we have a ton of butterflies here.
Wow. You should do some butterfly stations, feeding stations.
I thought about it.
Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be really fun. Yeah.
Like
you also need one of these.
I have one of those, don't I?
Did you get the lemon cypress?
I have Monterey cypress.
Same thing.
Yeah.
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 You got one.
Yeah.
After we went to Fanula's. It's all there.
I had one even before that. Oh, no, I did
No, you
after
didn't.
that. It was after that. Yeah.
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 I love them. They're fabulous.
Yeah. And then these pretty, are these from last year?
These are from last year. They wintered over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are the...
And then I actually did a test on them. So these are the snowdrift. No, these are the...
Silver veined.
Silver... No, not...
Silver...
Supertunia Vista Silverberry.
Silverberry.
These are the silverberries. And these were actually the ones that I grew on the arbor. Remember I grew them?
Yes.
Yeah, so I put them down here, and then I did an experiment with fertilizer this year because I wanted to see how important is it to actually fertilize your plants.
Yeah.
So these didn't get any fertilizer until a couple weeks ago, and they looked so bad. Yeah. And I wanted to do a test because a lot of people are like, is fertilizer really that important? So I fertilized some other plants on the garden, and I chose not to fertilize certain ones. And there was a shocking result. Yeah. So then they got fertilizer, and then they greened back up, and they bloomed like crazy. You can actually see like there's a little bit of section right here. So this is what the entire plant looked like. Yeah. And there was very few blooms on it, and now it's just green and lush and full of blooms again. Yeah. So
beautiful.
Yeah, very happy with it.
Gorgeous. Tell me, is this Morning Glory?
Yeah, that's called Split Second.
Yeah, I'm growing this too. Mine is not as big as yours though. I did it late. I'm growing this up and over my greenhouse.
That'll be so pretty.
But yours is so pretty on this trellis right here.
It was kind of a last minute decision to put them there too.
It's beautiful. And then, is that a purple hopseed?
That is.
Why is yours so green? Mine's struggling.
Well, so it's an evergreen, and in the fall they turn bronze.
Mine's like bronze right now.
It's fine.
Is it?
Yeah, ours just did this maybe 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes me feel better.
It just did this. Okay. And it flowered. So after you get flowers, then it starts to change over to its summer color, which is green. And then it goes back.
I think my soil in my long border, I think it's really bad.
It's very rocky.
I know.
I just dug over there. It's and it's lava rock.
I think it's acidic or something too. There's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
I need to test it and I need to amend it because I planted that in there and then I also planted that Magnolia stellata in there and both of them are struggling.
You might need to do a soil test on that.
I actually had a camellia and the camellia died too.
Oh jeez.
So yeah, I don't know.
That's rough. That's rough.
Beautiful. Look at this apricot rose. What's that?
Soul Sister.
Oh, that's Soul Sister.
That's Soul Sister.
Oh my gosh.
She is so pretty.
Deb was talking about this. She said that I have to get it because it's so beautiful.
It's so pretty. Soul Sister is so gorgeous. She starts out very vibrant orange. Let me get over there. So you can see this bloom right here.
Yeah.
Is very orange. That's how she starts out.
Yeah.
and then she fades to like this color.
Yeah.
And then her blooms go to this, and she drops all of her petals. Once they start to look like this, they'll all, like you see, these all just fall.
Wow.
So she doesn't hold on to any of her like blooms, which is really nice.
I love it. And that with the pugster, is it pugster you said?
This is the Pugster's Dwarf Blue. So this one won't get much taller than this. This is a butterfly bush, and it really won't get any taller than this. And I cut it back hard, and these blooms are huge on this butterfly bush. No, it's huge. It's really big for pugster.
Behind you. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Okay, I need to buy a pugster.
Yeah.
Today. And your Rose of Sharon. Oh my god.
That just happened. That's the white chiffon. So this was my like little like proven winners trio. I have a quickfire hydrangea right here.
Oh yeah.
So it's like the hydrangea, and then the pugster, and then the white chiffon.
It's stunning. Okay, I have to say the white chiffon, the pugster, and the Soul Sister Rose, that combination.
Killer combo.
Killer.
Yeah.
Copying you.
Okay.
100%
You can.
You. Thank you.
Yes. And they've filled in so nicely together.
I love it.
Yeah.
It is such a good combination, Robbie.
Yeah. And the Rose of Sharon, I don't think she'll get too much taller than that either.
Yeah.
That's about where she was last year, and she barely grew this year.
Oh my god.
But she just produces a ton of blooms.
It's incredibly beautiful. All right. Now this is very different from last time I came.
This is very different from last time you came.
It looks so good, Robbie.
Thank you.
It looks so good. First of all, your pathway is
stunning. Thank you. Well, we have it flanked by trees.
Okay.
So I've got magnolia called Ricky, and then I have a Kilmarnock willow,
which I love.
Yeah. And
first of all, I got to show off your pot feet. Do you ever show your pot feet?
Feet pot.
These are so cute. They're, what are they called? The garden?
The green guy or something like that.
Garden
yeah,
man?
Green Man.
Anyway, I have to get some of those. I love it.
And they're resin, so they'll last forever.
And I love the moss that you have.
Yeah, the baby tears.
Robbie,
it's
you
good.
have such good taste.
Thank you. It's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here's the other pittosporum that I have. So I just planted this one. Little baby one.
I think you bought that when I was with you.
I did. Yeah.
And then what a nice fountain.
It's really nice.
Very pretty. Yours works.
It does work.
Come show my husband how to fix it.
I always feel bad, and like Janey hates hers so much.
Well, we're just trying to figure it out, you know.
Which any water feature is actually a lot of work.
It's an incredible amount
of
work.
And I don't think that you realize like how much work it actually is. Like we refill ours, even though it's on drip irrigation, so it refills itself. We do have to like refill it, and it gets cleaned out every week and a half.
Wow.
So they're a lot of work.
There's so much work. What is this thing right here?
That's a saguaro cypress or a Lawson cypress.
Oh, it's really cool. Very structural.
Yeah. It's based after, saguaro cactus. So it's got the arms like saguaro cactus have that come out.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get super tall. I think it gets like 15 feet tall at maturity, and it stays very narrow.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool, like, evergreen interest piece.
It's very pretty. And then you have the evergreen clematis.
Yeah, Clematis ormandii.
Beautiful.
Growing it along our lights that we have here. I want you to walk into this area and, like, feel like you're kind of being, like, swallowed and led somewhere. That's the plan.
And this was the entrance when you got married, right? You guys entered
through actually,
here.
if you want to stand over on this side, you can see what people saw when they came in instead of staring at my trash cans.
Yeah, well.
So you would come in the gate.
Yeah.
Which we have flanked by like 100-year-old lights because our house is 100 years old.
Yeah.
So we've got antique lights that are on the outside of the gate. We've got a red bud right here. And so you walk in, and this was kind of like what you saw when you came in. There was like the guest signing book on that side. And then it's just this like...
It's beautiful. Okay, now we're in the front yard. I have to show your window box.
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
So many people were like, I don't know about this color combo, Robbie.
Oh, Robbie, win.
Isn't it so gorgeous?
Win. I think you should just leave the dichondra and the creeping jenny forever.
Yes.
And just change out the petunias. Right?
2 different colored petunias.
Oh my god.
Yeah, do a hard cut back on these, and then replant petunias every year.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It is so incredibly beautiful. It is so interesting. And I'm copying you 100%.
I think everyone should copy this.
And I'm not telling anybody I copied you.
I don't tell anyone that I copied you on the espalier. That's my idea. That's a Robbie original.
You did one reel where you're like, I painted my fence black and did an espalier, and so should you. And I was like, Robbie!
Janey who?
Shut up.
And then we also have more Vitexi in
yeah.
containers. These ones have been in these containers for like 4 years.
They look really good.
They're very happy. We actually have Bermuda grass that grew up the bottom of the container.
Oh, nice.
I think I might have pulled it, but yeah, it was coming up here. That's
awesome.
on par.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are
gorgeous.
Sunbelievables.
Black stem.
With black stem, of course.
So funny about the black stem.
And
they're beautiful.
They get like 1,000 blooms or something like that, which is crazy in a growing season.
Yeah.
So they're really pretty. The pollinators love them. There's a bee on this one right here.
They're annuals though?
They are an annual.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Can you try and overwinter?
I'm going to try to winter them over. I've got frost cloth.
Yeah.
And so if we hit that 32, I'm going to try to cover them.
My Suncredible sunflowers from Proven Winners.
Yeah.
Am I saying the right name?
Yeah, Suncredible.
That's what it is,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, because these are Sunbelievable.
Sunbelievable.
Yeah.
They all sound the same.
They sound exactly the same.
Mine overwintered.
Did they?
On my last property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
I cut, and I was being lazy, and instead of pulling them out, I just cut them, and then they came back. So
I'm going to try.
Yeah, you should try.
Because it'd be really pretty.
And then the zinnias behind.
That's fun. Oh, and here's the Laura Pedlum you bought me that it didn't bloom.
Oh, yeah.
But it's alive-ish.
Yours looks better than mine. You should plant these zinnias by the pugster.
That would be really pretty.
Gorgeous. Just give you some more apricot, including the Soul Sister rose.
That's actually a really good idea.
Thank you. I know. I'm really good at that.
A Robbie original.
You're going to steal it from me, I know. Well, Robbie, your garden is gorgeous.
Thank you, Jamie.
It has a special feel to it that it's really hard to convey in a video, but I hope everybody hears me saying, like, it's not only is it a beautiful garden to look at, but it's a beautiful garden to be in because it just lowers your blood pressure. I don't know how else to say it. It's just a wonderful, wonderful place. Like you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you, Jamie.
All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.
Bye, guys.